Okay, there we go. We're live, everyone. Hey, Sage, how you doing? Alright, so, let's get making our sandwiches. And, of course, as always, we do have some stuff to do. Pickle, cucumber. We need to go find what, flying materials are. Because those are kind of what we want right now. Because, right now, my outbreaks are a bombardier and a fortress outbreak. And I would like to get both of them. The hand grenade of gold and the bird. Alright. Flying is gonna be prosciutto. Or as Sly says it, prosciutto. Yeah, prosciutto. Okay, yeah, any urban mystica goes for this. So we go, yeah, I need to not use my salty ones, because those are definitely going to go away soon. Hey, Alex, how you doing? I just finished Stone Ocean this morning. I was going to not be too fond of the way Stone Ocean ended, but then, okay, I finished all this, okay, this was a very tasteful way of ending. I enjoyed Stone Ocean. How you doing, Mantine? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well. We are just getting to work on our sandwiches. Yeah, prosciutto is not too hard to deal with. It lies flat, and it just all around is a well-behaved ingredient. There we go. So let's go see how long it's going to take us to get our bombardier. But how's everyone doing? Also nice. Got a Vespiquen outbreak, Mudkip. Yeah, I actually didn't even realize Vespiquen did outbreaks. And it might have honestly been better if I waited to get a Vespiquen outbreak than it would have been to just go and brute force for Combi. Probably would have been easier. But I need to get a Combi anyway, so like, might as well. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky. Alright, and with that, first sandwich is begun. Fast as the wind, the sandwich has begun. Max original. Probably not gonna end up using Bombardier as a competitive team, but it'll be interesting to look for. Definitely see there's potential. Now I do know what Bombardier's shiny looks like. The beak is gray, so really all we gotta do is just look for a gray beak, and hopefully it will appear for us. But yeah, so, oh, bet there's Donphan too. How is everyone doing, though? Hopefully you guys are all doing pretty frickin' well. I know I am. Hey, JJ, how you doing? Okay, nope, not seeing it. Yeah, it doesn't change that much, but it shouldn't be too hard to spot. Really, what's the anime song? Like, what series is it for? Because I've had the JoJo series anime stuck in my head for the theme song, because they're all just absolutely amazing. And also Roundabout is just absolutely great. Yeah, it basically just goes monochrome. Hey Omar, how you doing? That is exactly true, Mantine Matt. I mean, who knows? I might get lucky, and I might find myself a shiny of the what's its face Murkrow family along the way, because I could always use one of those. Only my railgun. That is a name right there. That is a name right there. Yes, it's like Mimikyu in that it goes monochrome, which I think is pretty cool. I actually do like some of the monochrome shinies. You know, I know a lot of people don't like them. I kind of like them. I think I've mentioned this before, but I don't dislike shinies that don't change all that much if the change is subtle and very much to enhance what it is there. But how are you doing, Lionheart? Can someone please go grab Humberto's link, please? How are you doing, Lionheart? I need to set up commands for everyone. I need to make a list of people to make commands for. So, Where's my little notepad? I had a notepad right nearby somewhere. Had just... Oh, that might have been the thing that actually fell off my desk earlier this morning. Was the notepad. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well, Humberto. Looking forward to the start of the EBL. Looking very much forward to that. My only worry, though, is I don't really do singles. I do predominantly doubles. And, actually, speaking of doubles, I have been working on my team for Series 2. Which, those who don't know, Series 2 is the next VGC rule set. And the next VGC rule set is allowing Paradox Pokemon. So I'm already working on my team. So I'm working on that play already. I'm probably gonna end up running a Sun team with the Paradoxes. Because right now, I already know I love Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is just my favorite Paradox Pokemon. And I kind of want to see if it can work well. My only worry about using Roaring Moon is its physical defense is absolutely garbage. And also, you know, when making a team that includes multiple Paradoxes, because you can include multiple Paradox Pokemon on your team, that problem comes in with, well, who's going to use the booster energy? Yeah, which one is going to be booster energy? But my friend Bob Dole, the one that we battled yesterday, also said yesterday, well, what about energy booster, Terra Flying, Acrobatics, Roaring Moon. I heard that and was like, that's disgusting. That is absolutely nightmarish for like how strong that thing is going to be. Roaring Moon is indeed awesome. I love it. But again, guys, please do not forget to leave a like on the stream if you guys have not done so already. Thank you all for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. Exactly, Mungo Rar. Mungo Rar. I love it. It's just... I've mentioned before I'm not the biggest fan of Megas, but I kind of do like Mega Mensa's design. And that it is, like, very much that, like, I like it. I like Roaring Moon. But yeah, I'm already working on, like, my team plan for it. So I'm like, okay, fair enough, Foxy. Fair enough. Yeah, we're just looking for a Bombardier right now. I have several potential targets. I only have 2 outbreaks, of course, because like only 2 of my outbreaks today are new outbreak species. Everything else just repeats. So that is kind of narrowing the pool. That is the unfortunate thing about doing outbreak hunts. Is because they are all based on the daily calendar, and they don't rotate within the days, that brings into the issue of eventually we will get to a point where we just keep getting more outbreaks we've already gotten, because we will have cleared out a large number of them in terms of species, that, okay, well, that species we don't need to do anymore, that species we don't need to do anymore, etc., etc., and eventually, we're just going to get to a point where we don't really get many more outbreak species that we need to hunt. So that's going to start turning to, you know, the regular old-fashioned hunt methods. But it's going to be fun. But it's definitely going to be entertaining. Meta, where in the Discord? There should be a song called, like, there should be a channel called, like, Music Sharing. There should be a channel for that. I think that's the name of it. But there is a dedicated song, dedicated channel within the server specifically for, like, music sharing. Come on, Bombardier, show up already. Wait. Nope. Picnic. Not box. I meant picnic. Thank you very much. Yeah, we do. We love that. We love it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to, I mean, this is kind of the issue with having just finished JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Part 6, Stone Ocean, is I now have absolutely no idea what to start watching now, because I don't really watch ongoing series, which is why I'm probably not going to be watching Attack on Titan for a while, for some reason, when I watch a series that is ongoing, it kills my enthusiasm for having to wait every single week to see a new episode. So it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do next? I'm not too certain Screamtail is going to be too much of a thing for Series 2, unless it gets, like, a support kit. The main reason why is that Screamtail is super weighted into defenses. I will actually let me look at what its move pool is. Because Screamtail is, like, all bulk. Like, its 3 highest stats are defenses, or its defense and its HP. I need to give it a look, though. Because I haven't looked at all of them, I just made my team with what I saw off the top of the thing. An hours until Mega Man's in Pogo. That's a long time. Oh, it's topical with Mungo Rar. Topic with Mungo Rar. Yeah, Screamtail. I need to... I kind of want to look at what Screamtail's got for a kit. He's a mudkip. What's that? Oh, it's not shiny. You use outbreaks mainly for shiny units. It's going to be turned into the fossils from... You get a ton you don't have. It sort of slowly goes down until the pain... I have absolutely no idea what that is, Mudkip. The fossils from Ancient? Or... You're gonna need to explain. That's kind of the issue, though, is that with the outbreak being on 2 separate parts, it makes it a little bit more difficult to figure out what's what, because we could be missing some. Screamtail best for support, Game Freak main. Let's see what the moves it gets. Noble Roar. Okay, interesting. Noble Roar. Perish Song. Okay, Noble Roar, Perish Song, Fake Tears. Snowscape. Weird. Screens, Reflect Light Screen. Thunderwave, interesting. Trick. Encore, Amnesia, Calm Mind, Helping Hand, Baton Pass, Trick Room. Okay. It looks like it's going to be very much support. I could definitely see Screamtail support being a thing. Because it does get, like, that good support techie kit. But I do want... I mean, it could be an alternative Fake Tears user. So that way, if you're using, like, Psychic Terrain, you don't get wrecked by it. That's interesting. It's definitely going to be debuff tack. It is definitely going to be play debuff tack. Which is, like, my favorite thing. Nice! Shiny Part have fun. Like, that's kind of, like, that is my favorite thing about doubles, is there are so many Pokemon that their entire existence is actually predicated on just being support. You know, it's like not everything needs to be super, super aggressive. Wait. Oh, I thought I saw a shiny. It was not. You know, not everything needs to be super aggressive Brick Force attackers. It's just that's what we kind of tend to like more. We tend to like the attackers. But, yeah. Like, that is always one of the things that amuses me to no end. That, yeah, the support Pokemon when it comes to doubles are actually what matter far, far more than the attackers. Because the supporters basically enable the attackers to do anything. And then they don't get the time of day. Like, they do all the work. They put in all the work. And they don't get the respect they deserve. And it's... I mean, it's a Ponyta. You gotta remember, it's a Ponyta. Like, that's the funny thing, is that most shinies in Go, their stats are going to be terrible. You know, in Go, most of your shinies are going to have bad stats because the overwhelming majority of Pokemon don't have good stats. You know, that's just how the probability works out. So it's not a surprise that the overwhelming majority of Pogo shinies are bad stats. Picnic. I don't know, I got a Shundo chest from someday. Community days are different. But you also gotta remember, how many other shinies did you get, Foxy? How many other shinies did you get that day? Because I remember that I don't even remember how many shinies I had in Go. And excluding all of my weather boosted community day high IV ones, I think I maybe got like 2 or 3 actual good ones. And those were just like call outs of like things that have a high boosted chance. I mean, egg hatches are also different because those are a default, what, 10, 10, 10? Those are default 10, 10, 10s, right? This Monday was a bit of a dry spell, only 5 shinies. Yikes. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon Go shiny story, though. I was with a bunch of my friends. I was with my Penn State friends. And we were doing the Chikorita Day. And all 3 of them clicked on one Chikorita. And for all 3 of them, it was shiny. The odds of that happening are actually pretty much the same as getting a shiny in any game before Gen 6. With no shiny charm. And that was kind of amazing. That they all just got the shiny on the same Chikorita. That's like a 1 in 8,000 chance, and I loved it. 9 shiny 3 stars. Yeah, exactly, Mudkip. That's exactly what I'm saying. The vast majority are just not going to be that. They actually do have those. I don't, because I don't play Go anymore. But they do. Though they have those because they are shiny collectors and they will like, do trades for them. Because they have like legacy move stuff and they will do all kinds of trades and stuff for that. Though I did have a shiny Witch Hat Pichu. You know, I did have one of... I had, well, I think it was like 3 or 4 of the event Pichu shiny. I don't remember all of them. Because Lucky Shundo, Apom, Miss Point... Nah, I would not. I mean, were they forced lucky? Were any of them forced lucky, though? Because that was a fun thing. Me and one of those friends, we both had shiny Latios that were, I believe they were lower than 12, 12, 12. So their stats, regardless of what they turned into when they were lucky traded, they would just become better. And we waited to get a lucky trade. Maybe one of us had one that was over 13. That was like 13. And so we said, okay, we'll do a lucky trade. And when we did that lucky trade, because we both got lucky friends, and then we did the trade, both of us got perfect, lucky, shiny Latios out of that. Because, okay, we'll do the trade. We'll hope for a better one, and both of them turned out perfect, and it was just absolutely glorious. Hey Aiden, how you guys doing? Again, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But how are you doing, Aiden? Not seeing any shinies yet. I do hope that the Bombardier hunt goes slower than the Fortress hunt. Oh, nice Varoom. Wonderful golden shiny. I love the golden chrome. Like, actually, speaking of golden shinies, I love how the gold shinies actually look like metallic gold. Like, Shiny Fortress. It looks like it is a giant ball of gold. Shiny Magikarp. Looks like a literal fish made of gold. I love it. Half of my hundos are shundos. I have 2 hundos in total. Funny. Yeah, I think I have about like 400 something perfect in Go. I think. Again, I went pretty aggressive when it came to Go, and another thing was that we had a 100 IV call-out thing, where, yeah, if we find a perfect IV Pokemon, we say, oh yeah, in the Discord, perfect IV ping, and like, everyone will like, just descend on that location a while back. Got a shiny Shadow, would it be Hundo? That's awesome. But you do get a damage bonus if you keep it Shadow Foxy, though. You do get a damage bonus if you keep it as a Shadow. Which I know, I have a friend who actually has a very good IV shiny Shadow Beldum. They got it with Meteor Mash, and yeah, they love that thing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's more valuable as a Shadow, in my opinion, on that. But how's everyone doing today? Hundo Abra named Cosmog. Don't ask. And a Shundo Alolan Golem. Fun. Fun. But again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Interesting. No shinies yet. I definitely... No, it's not shiny. Your Bombardier... Again, that's the hard part with this, is that Bombardier really isn't spawning all that often, comparatively. I know I have a shiny Altaria in my Ultra Moon version, so we aren't going to need to hunt that one, though we will need to get an Altaria. Not Altaria, Swablu. You stay out of my app. I have as shiny 0% IV Pikachu in its event. I would honestly say 0 IV shinies are I mean, not even I would say that. They are just numerically more rare than a shiny perfect. Because you can only get a 0 IV catching it yourself. Whereas you can get, 100 perfect from eggs, you can get them from trades, you can get it from every weather boost, and they also need to be non-weather boosted. You have to have, they have to be gotten in the wild, and they cannot be weather boosted. Wait, is that the shiny? Hey, there's the shiny Bombardier! There's the shiny Bombardier! And yes, I'm using the save thing of clicking the button on the shoulder button, not using the menu one to get dunked on. Let's see, do you have Brave Bird? Do you have Brave Bird Bombardier? Alright, let's see, let's go. Bombardier, attack, level 41. Payback, Rock Tomb, Torment, and Pluck. Okay, this one will have no way of actually damaging itself. Good to know. How is this Blissey not a 1... I'm pretty sure that, stars are cumulative. So it's like, when you have above a certain number of IVs, then it's when it goes to 1 star. There's definitely a chance for, there's definitely a way for it not to go there. Hey, Alexander, how you doing? How you doing? But yeah, we got it. Bombardier. I do love the faded, the monochrome. I love it. I've mentioned it before. I love those, and I think it's pretty good. I'm doing pretty well. Definitely doing pretty well now that we got our shiny Bombardier, first shiny of the stream. I am wondering though, what am I going to be hunting for after this? I mean, I mean, not after this, but like while we are doing our sandwich, we still have a while left to burn on it. Kind of wondering, what am I going to go for, though? Shut it, Omar. Shut it. I have made that mistake. I've made that mistake, and I will not be making that mistake again. Yeah, but that's why I got a plan. You want stars? Yeah, 51%. So you need, yeah, you need like at least 20 IV points. So it is very feasibly possible that you would not get to get a 15 IV thing. And that's a catch. Nice. Again, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. We just got our shiny bombardier. Shiny bomby bird. No mark, but we got it. Saving. Let's go. Off to a great start already, everyone. We got for a fantastic start. I do love a shiny bombardier. Again, I do like the monochrome. Ah, bird. A really tight hack with nothing HP. Yep. I like it. Thank you, lady. You did fulfill your promise. You did fulfill your promise. Really? Bombardier gets parting shot. Interesting. Tailwind parting shot user. I definitely see some VGC viability for Bombardier. I definitely see some VGC viability for it. Because, like, it's got an interesting moveset, an interesting ability. And, I mean, its typing has been done before in Mandibuzz. And Mandibuzz was good, but Mandibuzz was also good for different reasons. It will not do triple stab. It will only do 2.25 times normal damage. So it will actually do more damage than a normal same type attack bonus when terastallizing, but it will not do triple damage. Because it is not rock type as is. Yeah, it is not a rock type, it's a flying dart. So it will only get a 50% boost, but then you factor in, okay, the 50% boost to the 50% boost it gets from its ability would make it 2.25 times. And I think that would be pretty interesting for stuff. But I see it actually a lot more as like a support tech user. Because like it gets parting shot, it gets tailwind, it gets a lot of very interesting good stuff. Yes, snarl, icy wind, foul play, taunt. It gets all kinds of great stuff. Hard parting shot. Wait. Polteface gets parting shot these days. Since when did Polteface learn parting shot? Why does Polteface learn parting shot? No, it doesn't get parting shot. You know, Dragapult does not get parting shot. You mean Grimmsnarl? Yeah, Polteface does not get it. You know, Lola Meow family, Grimmsnarl family, Squawkabilly, Shrudo Garify, Varoom Revavroom, and Bombardier. You might be thinking of U-Turn. You're probably thinking of U-Turn. U-Turn, Flip Turn. But the main problem with Palafin is that it is the most obvious thing in the world to see the Flip Turn incoming is the most obvious thing in the world. Which really does negatively affect Palafin's viability because, yeah, you know exactly what it has to do. And the value of a switch turn 1 cannot be overstated. Which is definitely one of the reasons why Palafin is not nearly as dominant or prevalent. Because you need to make a very predictable play. And when you need to make a very predictable play, your opponent can easily capitalize on that. You know, I mean, we're not seeing as many, like, Storm Drain users. I mean, we're not really seeing Gastrodon too much. But there's always going to be that potential. And when you get, like, something like Palafin just kneecapped like that, it's definitely not going to be too much. Because you are pretty heavily dedicating a sizable portion of your lead into that. Then there's also the problem if it gets debuffed, then Palafin just is going to be worthless, because then you have to recall it, then you have to redo it again, so you need to spend, you need to spend at the bare minimum 3 turns in order to get it back. When, VGC games, 3 turns can be half of a game. So you do need to put a big investment in it. And that's definitely Palafin's biggest issue. And I'm glad for that. And I'm very glad for that, because I don't want to be seeing Jet Punch absolutely knocking my teeth in every 20 seconds. Though I will miss Gastrodon. Hey, Aiden, how you doing? What'd you get, Aiden? What did you get? Did you get something good? Did you get something good, Aiden? Not seeing anything else. Picnic. What? Aiden, what do you? What? Aiden, what are you? Aiden, everything okay? You're kind of like freaking out. Where is what? Oh, Revavroom. Right, you were hunting Revavroom in an outbreak. Oh, did you see like it pop up? I would recommend you save the game. If you saw a shiny, I'd recommend immediately saving, and then just slowly make your way around everywhere to just see if you can try and find it. And just hope it didn't, like, zoom off into the middle of nowhere and despawn. I mean, shiny Revavroom does look a bit similar to its normal, like, with the metal, so it may not be gone. But it also could be, unfortunately. Yeah, losing a shiny is the worst feeling. I mean, it doesn't despawn. They don't despawn if another Revavroom runs into you. It's just if they get too far away from you. It could still be there. Yeah, that is unfortunate that it did go. But yeah, shiny fails. We had our first shiny fail in a while a few days ago when we lost the Nacli. Eventually, you will find another one, though. Eventually, you will find another one. Yeah. Sometimes it is best to just, okay, they're despawned. They're gone. So that way you're not, like, always constantly thinking, well, where is it? Could it still be here? Sometimes it is just best to just despawn everything and just move on to the next thing and see if you can try and find another one. No, it's not shiny. I was like, wait, was that? Because the Makuita looked a bit weird. It's written within the first 15 minutes or so. Maybe I could find one with him. Maybe you can, yeah. I've sometimes found a good number of shinies on World Damages. Hey, Fabio Ribeiro, how you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, been here for 15 minutes, yeah. I hope you can find another one. I hope you can find another shiny. Do you just not have the ingredients to do it? There's multiple guides online that can tell you like how to make the sandwiches for certain effects. I mean, I'm just looking for flying types, but I mean, yeah, second one would just go into the pile for trade. We still have a flying sandwich, and there are other flying types around here, so I might as well just use it just in case we find another one. I always do that with my sandwiches. I run it out to the end. Ah, Glamour is nice. Yeah, the parting shot is not on Palafin or Pultyface. Ah, Glamour with eggs. I would honestly say that's probably the best way of doing it. I found mine via outbreaks. Like, I mean, Area 0, I would say, is probably the best place to hunt for it if you're using sandwiches, because there is Glamora and Glamette. And it is actually very, very useful to just, like, have that, because actually it stands out quite heavily. After Glamora, nice. Tinkaton is a great shiny. I love shiny Tinkaton. And that's shiny. I think the sandwich is going to be running out in a little, about a minute and a half left on the sandwich. But again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. Hey, Aiden, I told you you'd find another one. I told you you'd reclaim that shiny. I told you you would reclaim it. See? Just a matter of perseverance. That's nice. Good work on the English. Very good. Sandwich is going to be ending in about a minute. No second shiny Bombardier and no additional phases. But yeah, we're doing good. We definitely got a plan. After this, we're going to be going for Fortress. That's what it was. Like, what's the name of it? Oh, yeah, Fortress. Because that is my other outbreak. And I would like to find the shiny Holy Hand Grenade. It's a great shiny. Bombardier is a Pokemon that I've grown to like. I definitely think it's an interesting one. I like a lot of the new Pokemon. Like, I like a lot of the new designs, and I like a lot of, like, their moves, their stats, their abilities. They definitely went pretty hard on new abilities this gen, and I gotta say, I think that this has been the most creative Pokedex that we have gotten in over a decade. You know, within the last decade, this is by far the most creative Pokedex for Pokemon we've gotten. I mean, it's also the biggest Pokedex we've gotten in over the last decade. You know, the last Pokedex that was over 100 was Unova with 155 Pokemon. This is 107. So they definitely stepped up for this game. They definitely stepped up. Yeah, grinding Herba Mystica is a pain. Grinding Herba Mystica is a pain. But I mean, granted, I'm not as opposed to grinding Herba Mystica because I mean I do competitive. I need to get my competitive materials. And doing raids is a great way of doing that. Actually, speaking of competitive, we are going to be doing battle streams every week. I think from now on, we're going to be doing a battle stream every week. So if you guys want to, you know, get some battle stream stuff in, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Yeah. It is the year of the rabbit. Exactly. It is very much the year of the rabbit. And now, we bring in the Golduck. Because our next target can go tick, kaboom, and self-destruct itself. And I don't want to have a shiny go kaboom on me. So, we are going to be hunting for a Fortress now. The good thing is shiny Fortress stands out like a sore freaking thumb. So, it's not going to be hard to tell. I do like Fortress. I've never really used one, but from Landon's use of it in the EBL, put in work. He named it work. Yeah, I think for this, I might make a, I'm gonna make a bug sandwich for this. No, it will not be funny if it does that, Mudkip. That would not be funny. Alright, let's see. Bug sandwich will be... I do not have cherry tomatoes. Do I have steel? I don't have hamburgers. Do I have... I should have cherry tomatoes, right? I'm pretty sure I should. If not, I can just go buy them. I do not have cherry tomatoes. Okay, then. I need to go buy some of those. Cherry tomatoes, Pokemon. Artisan, okay. Okay, so I need to go get some cherry tomatoes. Wait, Medali, is it in Medali? Okay, so it also is in Medali. Okay, I can just go to Medali. I'll just go to Medali then, because Medali's closer. Right now we're looking for Fortress. Right now we are looking for Fortress. It's kind of funny that you mentioned that, Omar. I actually do not like the vast majority of the rabbit Pokemon. I actually don't really care for them. I like Azumarill. Azumarill and Jigglypuff I like. But they are pretty much it. Okay, well, these are restaurants then. Right, the stores are at the end of the road. Does it matter the order do the Titan Finals League? No, the order does not matter. The order of things does not matter. However, I generally recommend doing them like concurrently. So like do a few gyms, do a Titan, do a Starbase, do a few gyms. Like generally, like okay, do a bit of each of them at the same time. Don't just like okay, just do Titans, just do gyms, just do Starbases, because they are kind of made to do them in any order in a gradual sort of progression. And the levels don't scale, so if you go and you do all the gyms, level up for all the gyms, and then you go do the star bases, there's going to be star bases that are level, like level 20, and you're going to be like in the level 60s, and you're just steamroll them. So that's a little bit more interesting stuff, I feel. Unless you use multiple teams, which makes sense if you do that. But also, guys, again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Because you guys are the wonderful ones that make all this stuff go round and round. It's also free and easy to do. Nice! Nice work, Cactus. Nice. Honestly, getting 4 in Ditto is probably the hardest part. Mostly just because I am perpetually worried about, well, genning and people trading hacked stuff on the GTS. But securing that Ditto is a good thing. Hoping that we're actually going to get, hoping that when we do this, we're going to get ourselves some other bug types. Happy to help. Happy to help. But that, when I get home, I'm going to be moving my stuff up, but I already have a foreign Ditto in the game. And that foreign Ditto was from Rave, because Rave played this game in a Spanish copy of this game, specifically to get foreign versions of Pokemon for us. Exactly, Omar. Exactly. There is nothing worse than those who gen. There is nothing worse than those who gen. Or data manipulate, because that's how people are getting things like Greninja in the game right now. Greninja is not in the game. However, people data manipulate to basically, it will replace the spawn data of, say, a Swablu or the Fortress with the spawn data for, okay, it will spawn in Pokemon number whatever, which is Rayquaza. And that's how they're getting them. And they don't trade them to people, because what they do is they go into a union circle, and they catch them in their game in a union circle. I really hate the cherry tomatoes. These are infuriating. Yeah, it's like, they're going to be coming. Like, we already know the Colossian starters are going to be in the DLC. And if you use them and you use the genned ones, you're going to get banned. Which means your Switch becomes a brick and becomes completely unusable. You know, it's like, your Switch getting bricked, I would say, might not be the best reason. Charizard in the game because someone knows... Is Charizard in the game because someone was... Yes, Charizard is. Charizard and Cinderace have both had Terra Raid events. Okay, so we actually did still get it. Okay. Yeah, Charizard and Cinderace were both in Terra Raids, so they are in the game. They are legitimately within the game. And now, let's get looking for our bug types. Let's get looking for our Sparkly Fortress. That hopefully does not go tick-tick-boom. But yeah, once I get the fortress, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my hunts next. For my next hunt. Probably going to go back to Glaciadio Mountain and maybe do some Ice-type hunts. Wait. Miss Cinderace. Cinderace is getting rerun in a few days. In about a week, they're doing a rerun of the Cinderace event, lady. So, you will have an opportunity to get Cinderace. Which is, I mean, I'm glad that they do the reruns. I'm glad they do the reruns. Because, yeah, it's very feasible that people are going to be unable to get it. Because, like, I know, because, like, Foos, I got him a Charizard because he could not do the Charizard race. He was getting married and then he had his honeymoon on the 2 weekends that the Charizard raids were ongoing. And, you know, it's very easily plausible that people are not going to always be able to play them. So that they do a rerun is a good thing. Okay, Chosen. Alright. Making sure because people keep saying automatic lasers. How do they not They didn't realize that Cinderace got a raid event? Interesting. I mean, I'm kind of surprised if people missed that Cinderace got the raid, because like, it was kind of plastered everywhere. It was kind of like all over the place. I guess they... Well, no, they might not... No, they had to have been online. They have to have been online, right? Your Armarouge is so good for it. If you can put it next to an Indeedee, it's just so great. I love it. But if you're soloing them, it is best to just go with Slowbro. It's best to go with Slowbro if you want to solo them, which... you generally don't... Which... The only issue with the Slowbro is if you get the stat purge, Slowbro just potatoed. You're wrong, need to mint. I mean, it's 3 days. They could have either just been busy, because it was during... Because the Cinderace was during New Year's. You know, it was during New Year's... So it's somewhat easy for people to miss that because you know you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, you have New Year's. There could just have been other stuff going on. They might not have even connected online to that in that time. But yeah, that is definitely something that I think most people would have seen. Nice, need the mint, good. Your mints are so easy. They have added so many quality of life changes for people in this game, and I love it. It's like, yes, QOL changes was a good thing. Adding in some of the best quality of life upgrades the series has ever had. What they've been doing, like they've been adding in more and more QOL upgrades, and especially because it just makes it easier for people to get into competitive, which... Considering long-term, that is how you have retention. long term, the player base will be built on competitive and shiny hunting retention. The problem with shiny hunting is that they've actually made it much faster to do shiny hunting, in that you can go through encounters at a much, much faster rate relative to what you could before. So you could very reasonably finish. I mean, granted, like, we hit shiny hunting pretty aggressively, and most people aren't going to be hitting shiny hunting aggressively as we do. I'd say that, yeah, modest nature might be best. I would say modest nature. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Welcome back. Now, where is a shiny fortress? I require a shiny fortress. There's really not too many fortresses in this fortress outbreak. Granted, again, we are also getting a bug sandwich, not exclusively steel ones. Shiny up, but I started getting into battles. What's a good Goldengo build? What makes Goldengo good is partners, generally. But make it rain. Make it rain Shadow Ball, Choice Scarf, or Choice Specs, and then just put it next to something like a Haze Murkrow, and you're pretty much good to go. But yeah, like, Goldengo's insane. Goldengo is insane. What, I'm not sure what you mean, Aiden. 1 or 2. I'm not sure what you mean by 1 or 2. Kitchen Fortress yesterday. The sandwich with Ponyard just evolved. Damn, what did you use? Yeah, that's the reason why I am bringing a damp. What's its face? Damp. What's the freaking thing's name? Golduck, that's what it is. Yeah, damp Golduck, so that way you cannot use Explosion. Well, I mean, if I don't know you're asking me to pick something without specifying what it is, then you kind of need to specify that beforehand, so I know that I'm just guessing something that is supposed to be a mystery. But 1, I guess we'll go with 1. Picking it. After resetting a couple more times, I said screw it. Might have had sturdy, and then I just luxury balled it. Alright, time to scroll. Honestly, I love the Pokemon they added this gen. I think that the additions they've made for this game in terms of just new Pokemon, I think they're some of the best we've had in a while. I think they're fantastic. Again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. All you wonderful people out there. I don't know what I'm going to be hunting for if I get the fortress. I mean, we're probably going to get the fortress. I have a hard time imagining fortress is going to take as long as that freaking Charcadet took. Yeah, for those who don't know how long Charcadet took, and I still haven't gotten my 3rd one, I did 10 sandwiches for Charcadet. And I got 2 shinies. Both of which were on the last and 10th sandwich. I still need to get 1 more. So, even at absolute best, I will have gone over 3, and I've basically been 3.5 sandwiches for 1 shiny Charcadet. I actually don't know. I have not used King Gambit, Michael. I have not used a King Gambit yet. That is a kind of question, Michael, I would say ask, like, off-stream, when I can generally do a little bit more, like, planning and stuff, because when I'm live, I can't really look up the same kind of stuff I can look up later. Yeah, Gambity Face is terrifying. Gambity Face is terrifying. Yeah, generally, for defense, you want to just go HP. Generally, HP is just more valuable. Because the amount of health you get in the amount of damage reduction you get from going full in on defense, and the amount of HP you lose with just fully investing HP percentage-wise, the numbers are very, very close. And if you're only going in one defense, well, then you're not getting as defensive in the other defense. So it's basically better to just go HP in general. There are edge cases, though, with depending on like certain stats, that there are definitely Pokemon where it is better to go hard into a defense than HP. But those are really the exceptions, not the rules. It really depends on the actual stats, because it depends on, of course, the stats of the actual Pokemon itself. So it's complicated. It is complicated, to say the least. But yeah, definitely. I do like that. Was that? Oh, Toedscroll. Toedscroll amuses me. Like, Toedscroll is one of those things that they are likely never going to give a hidden ability. I do not think they will ever give Toedscroll a hidden ability, purely down to if that thing has an ability other than Mycelium Might. It will be a, like, what, 100 base speed Spore user? Like, that's insane. That is going to be absolutely insane to deal with. The only way you could deal with that is if you do, like, you self-negate your own ability. So you do something like, say, if Wheezing returns, neutralizing gas, or you apply, like, Gastro Acid to yourself in order to get that speed boost. Because, like, it's you're never going to be able to get it otherwise. I do not think they will ever give it an actual hidden ability, just because they give everything a hidden ability now at release. They don't give it one later. So I think it's safe to assume that, yeah, Toedscroll is never going to get a hidden ability. So if you want to get around that ability kneecapping its ability to be a fast Spore user, you're going to need to get rid of the ability. This is good. Right on with speed, ability, put Electro Train, use Scary Face, lower part of speed, hit them with Electro Ball, adds more damage. If you're hitting something that's already lower, it depends. Because if you're hitting something that's weak to electric, you might as well just go for Electro Drift. Because you gotta remember, how much damage are you giving up for that one turn of burst damage compared to 2 usages of a lower power other move? You know, it's... Yeah, but you gotta remember, Aiden, its ability will make it move last. Mycelium Might's secondary effect is... Well, Mycelium Might's effect is... It will allow it to bypass abilities that negate the usage of status moves. However, in exchange for this, it is going to move last. So, its speed when using a status move is completely irrelevant because its ability forces it to always move last. Kind of like using, like, Trick Room. Or, like, Counter. You will always move last when using that move. Dang, I thought that was gold for a second. Yeah, that's the reason why. Is its ability makes its speed irrelevant, because it will always be moving last with the ability being the way it is. Which is why I think that, yeah, they're never going to give it anything else. Because that thing would be too powerful if it was unrestricted by a little thing known as speed. Well, not speed, but, like, forced into being last. Because it's terrifying when that happens. That is absolutely terrifying. Hey, Shedinja, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing, Shedinja? No, it's not shiny. I don't even know what shiny Spidops looks like. I don't even know what Spidops shiny looks like. I mean, we'll get around to hunting it later. But yeah, Spidops is definitely one of the Pokemon this gen I'm not too fond of. But glad to have you back, Shedinja. Glad to have you back. But yeah, like, Spidops, Garifii, not a big fan of their designs. Not a big fan of Meowscarada. But there's been a lot of great ones this gen, I would say. Like, this gen has definitely had some great looks. Is very... Okay. Okay, because, like, I just don't know what it looks like. I have not seen shiny Spidops. I haven't looked it up yet. So I just didn't know, does it change a lot? Does it change a little? How does it actually look? Good to know. This is the one thing I hate about the Pokemon still being like encounterable in the overworld, is this. It just ping-pongs you back and forth between encounters sometimes. And it is absolutely infuriating. Because there was one time I was on like a mountain, I forget where it was, but I think it was like the northeastern section of the map. And I just kept getting bounced back and forth between encounters because they were all just clustered together. How do you get Armarouge? Is that only... Yeah, Armarouge is a Scarlet exclusive. Well, not exactly. You can get Armarouge in Violet. It is in level 5 Terra Raids. You can find it in Terra Raids. Though, you getting the Armarouge Terra Raid is not the guaranteed thing. You know, you just gotta play the daily lottery for that. But yeah. You can actually see a lot of the annoying evolutions that way. You can get King Gambit that way, you can get Palafin that way, you can get Gengar, like all the trait evolutions. And Scizor, Scizor, Slowking, you can get all of them from Terra Raids, but that's the thing is, will you get it from the Terra Raid? Like, will you just happen to find the Terra Raid that gives you one? Is the annoying part. Favorite Pokemon for Gen 9 has to be Tinkaton, one name. I love Tinkaton as well. Tinkaton is probably my favorite from the gen so far as well. Like, Tinkaton is a Pokemon that, like, there are few Pokemon that have given me the same just pure amusement that Tinkaton has. Thank you very much, Dark Litten. We already got one shiny today, which was our shiny Bombardier, so I'm hoping we get another one. Hey, Zillion Matt, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for popping in. Thank you very much for coming up from Puffin Stream. Remember, we rated them a few days ago, and they rated us a few days ago as well. Are you gonna do Let's Go feature? We already did. I already did the KOs. Before stream, I generally do the 60 knockouts, because depending on the Pokemon, it's annoying to just land knockouts. You know, after the fiasco that was Veluza, I do the knockouts off stream. Because just Veluza was just a pain in the ass. With how we needed to manually knock out every single one of them, because the Let's Go battling just simply would not keep them away. They would just torpedo us in like the split second they came in, and it just took way too long. Oh yeah, like the filter comes off. When I get, you can tell when I am annoyed at something because the filter comes off. I cannot force myself into swearing. It sounds wrong. As in just, it sounds disjointed and it sounds forced, because it is. When I start swearing, you can tell, okay, he's mad, because he's actually swearing. The filter is coming off. But yeah, it was an absolute nightmare dealing with a Veluza that way. And it just, yeah, from now on, no, we're not dealing with that. We are not dealing with those, because if it takes you over half, like, we spent longer knocking out those Veluza than we actually spent after the knockouts were achieved hunting the stupid fish. We got the Veluza shiny relatively quickly after getting the knockouts. It's just that doing the knockouts took forever and a day because we had to do them manually one by one until we eventually got to a point where they thinned out enough they wouldn't just torpedo us instantly. But that was the annoying part, was just getting them to that point. But yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I do swear on occasion. It just, again, the filter needs to come off, and the pure dialyzed rage needs to be apparent. That's why I'm glad I was not live when hunting for the Karkadet. Because, again, 10 sandwiches before I got my first shiny on that one. There were some words said. There were some words that were said during that hunt off screen. No, legendaries are all shiny locked. Legendaries are all shiny locked these days when it comes to the new legendaries. Whenever this game gets its Dynamax Adventures, feature, so basically it's going to be this game's iteration of Sword and Shield's Dynamax Adventures, likely every legendary from before this game will be obtainable shiny in there, because that's what they've done so far. But yeah, the legendaries in this game are all shiny locked, because the only legendaries in this game are the new ones, and every new gen they always lock the shiny legendary. They shiny lock the legendaries, mostly because later on they're gonna do an event where they give them away, and yeah, that's the smartest thing to do, is just make an event to give them away, because they did that with the Tapus, they did that with the Galarian birds, where, yeah, just, okay, yeah, play competitive, and you'll do a certain number of matches, you get your shiny. And it's a way of encouraging people to, do competitive. And then later on, they do the giveaways for the box art legendaries, for Koraidon, Miraidon. Well, no, that was the thing that I'm just mentioned right now. That was the GameStop giveaway. What they did with the Galarian birds was, if you participated in the Battle Stadium battles, you would get the shiny birds. So that was a little different. I only got, I think it was a shiny Galarian Moltres. I only got one of them shiny. Yeah, the Eternatus and dogs had a code that they were given away with. But yeah, those were a little different. Those were a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be hunting the Galarian birds in this game, because I didn't get all of them in the other game, so I need to get a complete set. Which is honestly hilarious when I think about it, because I have shiny Zapdos, I have shiny Articuno, and I don't have a shiny Moltres, but I don't have shiny Galarian Zapdos, and I don't have shiny Galarian Articuno, but I have a shiny Galarian Moltres. So I can't even get, like, a full set of either of them. I mean, I hope we can get it to 25 likes, Ginger Kicks. I hope we can. I mean, all of they're all made to mirror... They're all made to mirror the regular Iterations color scheme, which I like that idea. I like that idea. Should I check out Zorua first or Lechonk? I mean, depends on what way you're gonna be hunting Zorua. I would say if you're gonna shiny hunt Zorua, because I know the way I'm gonna hunt Zorua. I'm gonna do Masuda method for my Zorua, just because I just do not want to deal with it. I just do not want to deal with the overworld nonsense. But yeah, I would say hunt what you would like to hunt. Sure, Sylveon, but just make sure that they actually do watch the streams, because they will get purged. They will get purged, though, if they don't actively watch stuff frequently. They will get purged, though. I'll go Lechonk first. I got my Lechonk. Like, Lechonk and its Evolvema Oink Cologne, I think that's how it's pronounced. I got both of those while just doing other things. I got the shiny, Oink Cologne when I was just clearing out Terra raids. And I got the shiny Lechonk when I was hatching the the Score Bunny eggs. And the fact that I got both of them, hey, Mole Man, welcome in. And the fact that I got both of them while doing, like, peripheral tangential nonsense, I think is the funniest thing. Oh. Oinkalone. Oinkalone. Okay. Oinkalone. It's like, I felt that, I thought it was like a pun on, like, cologne or something like that. I remember it mentioned something about, like, smell. Okay. Because, like, I never can tell what names are half the time. I'll be real. I can never tell what Pokemon names are supposed to be these days. Because that's the reason I like the namings that they did with Unova. Because when it came to Unova, most of them were relatively straightforward. They were a word. They were just like a word in English word, like a Japanese word. When they were a pun. Whereas a lot of the others, well, they take all kinds of different languages and just mash them together. Hit this Torkoal. This says Yawn and Clear Smog. Yeah, Torkoal is definitely something. Like, Torkoal is one of those things that is so good in doubles. Because it can be one of, like, 4 separate things. It can be a sweeper with, Eruption, setting up Sun, and, like, other good moves, choice specs. But then you've also got, like, the Disruption Annoyance ones, which have, like, Will-O-Wisp, Clear Smog, and are just a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like, I love it. It's got so much variability. They might have gone all in. That might be the bulky one where it goes all in on, like, special defense and all in on, like, all in on special defense, all in on HP. Just be bulky and annoying. Plus Electric Terror, so I have anything good against it. Yikes. Yeah, Electric Terror. I'm kind of surprised that I have not seen as many Electric Terra Levitate users, but I think I might know why we're not really seeing as many Electric Terra users that have Levitate, and it mostly just comes down to other typings just provide a much bigger advantage. I take back everything I said about it going to be easy. Yep. Yep. Torkoal is a bulky little turtle. Nice. 4 Herba in 1 Stream Mole. Honestly, that's amazing. The most I have seen was with raid power, like raid power level 3. And it was like 3 of them. Honestly, hats off to you for getting like 4 in 1. That's amazing. I've heard of people getting like 5 in 1, but that's just ridiculously rare. Like, I think eventually they'll do some like Urban Mystica boosting raid thing at some point. I hope they do, because like we kind of need those. I just don't know when. Like I thought that, yeah, maybe they'll do them like for spring. I hope we get to 30 mil. I hope we get 30. Dinner. Yeah, forget what I was gonna say. I am the same way. I forget what I was going to say. Most of the time, I am going to say things. It's why I would lose my head if it wasn't screwed onto my neck. This is definitely taking a while, longer than I thought. I do that a lot. I'll get raid power level 3, single raid, no raid power. Were you doing the raid solo, Michael? Because if someone else had raid power going, you all get the boosted rewards. That's the fascinating way that raid power works, is if one person in the raid has raid power, everyone in the raid receives the bonus. It's so good. I don't care that electric isn't weak to anything but ground. I'm gonna get the plastic straw. Plastic straw? You mean, Goldango? I don't think Goldango might be the play for Torkoal, considering Hey, welcome in Chinese LB64. Thank you very much for that subscribe. Considering that Torkoal has... Oh, but... No electric turtle and straws? Never heard of that. Never heard of that. But, thank you very much for that subscribe. Kind of surprised we've not gotten a shiny yet. I mean... Kind of surprised that no fortress. I wish it would automatically demount you off the dragon when you select picnic. I wish it would have done that. I've not heard of that. Interesting. Is that some sort of like meme or something? Be lucky you didn't hear of this type of weird. Okay, I'm not even gonna ask further because that just sounds weird at that point. Like, okay, probably best that I don't know going forward on that. Probably best I don't ask. I've never heard of that Sylveon. Yet the internet is indeed a very, very weird place. It is a fascinating place, but also a very weird place. It is a very interesting place, nonetheless. Yeah, it does amuse me that the internet is like the most powerful thing humans have ever created. And it's just, there's all this information on it, and what do we do use it for mostly? Just sharing funny pictures. We just share memes. I love it. The internet is a fantastic thing. I love it. It's a meter-long shark plushie. Interesting. I would not have expected sharks to have a plushie. Because like, when I think of like huggable things, sharks are not exactly what comes to mind. Exactly, like the internet is like this most powerful thing we've ever created. A culmination. The internet is the apex, the culmination of humans' collective intellect. And what do we use it for? Just sharing funny pictures. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, no, just funny pictures. Just funny pictures. Silly pictures. It's great. Actually, the shark plush, that actually reminds me of something. Apparently, Pokemon Center made a full-size Garchomp plushie in like the same vein as like the full-sized Furret, the full-sized Spheal, Mareep, and apparently no one really bought it. Cause like, yeah, well, no one is gonna buy the Garchomp one because it's not huggable. Like, no one is gonna hug that one because like it's. Well, I mean, Lucario is less than Lucario is tiny. Lucario is less than 4 feet tall. Like, I'm like 5'5". So like Lucario plush would be just like full sized. So like 5, like so like head about 6 inches. Like Lucario plush would be like about like this tall. Lucario is tiny. It's literally a shoulder rest. It's like I love how the anime portrays sizes so inconsistently. Like, yeah, Salamence and Dunsparce the same exact size. Pheromosa and Furret are the same size. Lucario is tiny. You know, Groudon is consistently portrayed as like this Godzilla-sized monster. How tall is it? A little over 11 feet tall. A little over 11 feet. Like, you could, in the average house, you could send out a Groudon, and its head wouldn't even hit the ceiling. I love that. It is so absolutely tiny. It's adorable. And then you remember it's a giant, like, dinosaur Landamont that can just summon the power of the sun and it's like 10 feet tall. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. I mean, pigs are actually pretty big. Pigs are actually quite big. Really, no shiny in that first sandwich. No shiny in our first sandwich. Okay. And with that, we close out, we restart it. Pink stuff in the sandwich. Bacon. Bacon is delicious. Well, you never heard of Hogzilla? You've never heard of Hogzilla? It was like this gigantic, massive pig that they found in like, I think it was like Texas or something. Literally like over like 15 or so years ago. I remember Monster Quest did a thing on it. Like it was this massive hog. Yeah, it's a big hog. A lot of bacon, much bacon, a lot of good bacon. Yeah, it was a giant freaking pig. It was like I feel like a ton is how much it weighed. It was huge. Shimmich. Switch and Shimmich. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum. What tall pig matters first on bacon. Exactly! Like bacon! Like bacon is bacon is perfection. Like yes, my first thought goes to bacon because I love bacon. It is delicious. Like I love animals, but I'm not gonna give up bacon. I love bacon. I love bacon too much. I mean most of my favorite meals are just meat. Like I love fish. I love hamburgers, I love bacon, I love pizza. It's like most of what I enjoy eating is meat. It's like I could never give up meat. It's too integral to my diet. Scarlet gets to come out and play with a 6-star Poison Talonflame. Interesting. So today we're cutting up. Interesting. She's got some long bacon. I mean, bacon comes in like slabs. Like, you've never seen, like, a slab of bacon? Like, it's huge. Like, yeah, like, the strips of bacon we get are, like, sliced off pieces of a gigantic slab of bacon. Like the bacon in this game, I know a lot of people wonder, well, why is the bacon like a freaking brick? Well, that's what bacon comes in. It's just sliced up for our convenience. Fighting? Your tomatoes is fighting? That can't be right. That can't be right. Huh? Okay, what the heck? Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm gonna need to look. Okay, Timmy just pinged me in EBL about one of the battle things. I need to look at this Destiny Bond to double kick shenanigans that's going on. Because everyone seems to be getting this double kick Destiny Bond thing. I need to look at that later. Let's see. Bug. Potato salad. Where the hell do I buy potato salad? Okay, I'm gonna go get potato salad then. Key items, ingredients, items, berries, decorations. Potato salad. I think I probably already bought some potato salad. But again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Oh, really? What's the outbreak? What's the outbreak, Matt? I mean, I think I already have some potato salad, but I'll need to check. Like, I mean, I like the idea of the ingredients. I like it, but I just think that there's way too many of them. Tofu noodles, banana watercress basil. No, I do not have any. I don't, midnight form only happens during the night. So, you may need to wait for it to be nighttime for those to spawn in. Because... Wait, I do have potato salad? Am I just blind? Am I just actually blind? I'm absolutely blind. Thank you. I am just actually smooth brain. Wait, no, with this sandwich thing, I need to use salty. Well, then again, yeah, salty urban mystical. Well, then again, if I get the thing, I don't need to use another one for a while, so that's fine. Yeah, just cherry tomato. Wait, no, not tomato. Potato salad. Nope. Sorry, my brain is just smooth brain moment. Salty herba mystica and sweet herba mystica. There we go. What level are you, Michael? Because those Terra raids, those are, I believe, level 90. So, that could be it. Yeah, it is midnight. And what are you using against it? What are you using against the Talonflame? So you got you good. You got the midnight form Lycanroc, Matthew. Good. Again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But let's rock and rolla. Well, allow these other two people I had target trained for armor. Interesting. What Pokemon are they using? What Pokemon are they using? Because they could just be very, very low leveled. They could just be very low leveled. Unfortunately, is probably the most likely explanation. Okay, well, why is it now giving us a whole bunch of them? Unless I messed up the sandwich beforehand? Unless I messed up my sandwich in the first time I did this. But I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure it's a bug and counterpower. Iron Hands, the weird Deer Rune Legend is Skeletor. That's probably why. That's probably why. Interesting. Yeah, I don't even know. I have stupid names I give to all of them. I call that one the Super Bowl. I call it, like, there's the Super Bowl Firefish. I don't remember what I call the cat one. I don't remember what I call all of them, but like, I gave them all stupid names. Like, you know, how I gave Roaring Moon, I call Roaring Moon Rar. You know, there's a Super Bowl, obviously, because, you know, it's a giant bowl on the head. It is easier for me to remember that. Okay, why am I getting pinged like 17 times? Magnet Man. I call it Metalhead. I call it Metalhead. Because it's got the metal mohawk. I love it. I love the Paradox Pokemon. I think the Paradox Pokemon are one of the best ideas they have ever had. I love the Ultra Beasts. I thought the Ultra Beasts were always pretty cool. I get why people don't like them, but I just personally think that they're really cool. And I love the fact that we actually get cool stuff like them. Because, like, I think that they're more interesting than, like, your regional counterparts. Because it's different. You know, it's not, okay, here's the same thing, like, the same stats, with just, like, a slightly different typing. Here's, like, a completely different type combination. Here's, like, a vastly different typing combination, and a completely different stat spread. Like, it's such a massive difference, and I love it. Can we talk now about how freaking evil Metalface is and a good design? Yep. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles is great. Like, I love the design of Metalface. Like, I saw Metalface when I first watched Chugga's Let's Play of Xenoblade. I was like, this guy freaking looks like Starscream. Because I started watching his Let's Play of Xenoblade fresh off of a binge I'd done on Transformers Prime. And if you look up a picture of, like, Metalface Mechon, and then you look up a picture of Transformers Prime Starscream, they look very similar. As in, they are both, like, you know, jet transforming robots that have giant Freddy Krueger claws and are thin and spindly, and, like, you know, they have a very similar facial structure. They're both, you know, conniving. Even in, like, personality, they're actually quite similar. It's like, this guy reminds me of Starscream. And Starscream is my second favorite Transformers character. So I like this guy. Love it. He did great. He's so unlikable. But that's why I really like the character. Like, yeah, he's just so he's like Dio. He's super freaking unlikable. There is nothing about him that is likable, and I love it. I saw it. Roasting Moon, fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Series 2 allowing me to use the paradoxes, because I have already put into my, like, team construction documents the proposals I'm doing for my paradox teams. Like, I'm already working on those, because I want to see what they are going to be. Like, I want to see the work those things are doing. Like, I want to see the work Roaring Moon is going to put in when in Sun. That is going to be diabolical. Because, you know, one of my friends, one of the people actually we battled yesterday. Not yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was a few days ago. He and I were talking about, what if... There's a shiny! There is the shiny Holy Hand Grenade! The shiny Holy Hand Grenade! That is Fortress. And the best part, it can't go kaboom! It can't go kaboom! Because I have damp! You can't go kaboom on me! get dunked. All I gotta do is just keep chucking Pokeballs at this thing. All I gotta do is just keep chucking Pokeballs at this thing. It cannot use Explosion on us. It cannot use Explosion because of damp. I don't think this thing gets Gastro Acid. But we got Fortress. And that is a catch right there. Let's go. Okay. With Fortress now out of the way. Fun. I'm so happy. That's fun. Alright. So now we gotta go looking for other bug types. We gotta go looking for other bugs. Quick scan of the area. Good. Nothing here. I'm gonna go looking for Nimble. Hey, thank you, Megaman Tofi. How you doing? I'm gonna go looking for Nimble. Because Nimble is very small and it's gold. So I wanna find it. I wanna find the Nimble. But how are you doing, Tofi? Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for popping in. Hope everyone is doing quite well indeed. I know I am. Yeah. Like, Nimble is tiny. Nimble is absolutely tiny. However, it is gold. So it will stand out. So if we find one, they will... Wait. Oh, it was a Flittle. I saw the yell and I was like, oh, that's it. No, it's not. No, it's not. It mocked me. Yeah. We'll find it, though. I went to the dentist today, so now I only have one annoying hole in my teeth. That's at least good to get your cavities filled. At least good to get your cavities filled. Because, like, I had to get wisdom teeth taken out. Well, wisdom tooth taken out a couple of weeks ago. A few months ago. And, yeah, that was not fun. It's kind of weird thinking, yeah, I know that was not long ago. Like, no, that was a while ago. Because that was before I visited my dad. And that was before Thanksgiving. I was like, yeah, that was a while back. Yeah, now we're just looking for Nimble. Come on, Nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Bug jump over the candlestick. I need to find the best place to look for Nimble. Because, like, I don't know where they appear best. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you guys don't need to say look at last message. I look at all the messages even if I don't read them out loud. Even if I don't read it verbally, I do read all the messages. Alright, where is... The Nimble is freaking tiny. I love low kicks, though. It's such a great shiny. I love it. I see all. Like Sauron. I just need to put in that, like, Sauron I see all thing. Because I had the idea to do that a while ago. Which was, I mean, I don't know how to like, rig up Nightbot, like, rig up those bots to do that. Where if someone, like, puts in, like, last or something like that, like, last message or something, it just plays, like, a gif of Sauron just saying that. I would need to talk to Jakey on how to figure that out. But I feel like that would just be funny to do that. I don't name my shinies. Yeah, I don't really name them. Unless they're, like, on my competitive teams, I don't actually, like, nickname my Pokemon. It's sort of a mental tick, I guess. But yeah, they are really small. But I feel like it should stand out. at least... at least, like, the gold should stand out. Okay, Michael, have a good day. That would be hilarious if you added it to see the thing. Well, yeah, like, I don't even know how to, like, set up something like that. I wouldn't know how to even set it up. But thank you very much. Have a good day, Chef Michael. Hope you have a good rest of your day. But yeah, now we're looking for Nimble. The unfortunate thing, though, is that was... Wait, is that... Oh, it's a gimme goal. Ah, Chulo. Like, that's the unfortunate thing about hunting for the small, tiny things. Is that it's very easy to mistake them. You're gonna swap sandwich for the sandwich, toast, scroll the back, Scarlet, or forth. Good. Your backs, Friggy backs. That is gonna be a hard one to spot. That is gonna be a hard shine to spot in the overworld. Because it doesn't change all that much, but if you can spot it, power to you. I mean, I spotted shiny Ghastly, so I guess maybe it probably should be a bit easier, because the whole body does change color to a degree. So it probably isn't going to be that bad. But yeah, I'm hoping we get our Nimble. I mean, the hard part, though, is that Nimble, we don't have an outbreak for it. It's definitely going to be a harder one to spot. But we do have low kicks already. Like, the fact that we freaking got low kicks while hunting for the Bisharp family was great. I loved it. Which, for those who are wondering, that is also the reason I'm not hunting for low kicks, where low kicks can appear in areas, because we already have the low kicks shiny. Otherwise, I probably would have gone to Tag Tree Forest and just like hunted there, but we already have low kicks. And I like to make the most effective usage of my sandwiches. Take that. But dang, there really is gonna be a while. Bacon is always good. We always need bacon. We always need bacon. Yeah, Fuecoco is great. We love Fuecoco. I saw Fuecoco and I was like, this is my starter. I saw Fuecoco and it was, this is going to be my starter. Regardless of what it turned into, this is going to be my starter. I love it. And I still say, yeah, Fuecoco was the best choice. I will still say I think Fuecoco was the best choice to make. Because it's just... The fact Skeletor gets Torch Song. It's so broken for Terra Raids. And it lets you bulldoze through fights later on, where, yeah, you just automatically boost up one, and then you just blast everything into oblivion. Even competitively, it's amazing. Like, I mean, granted, all three starters this game, this gen, are actually very good competitively speaking for doubles. So, there is that. I am surprised, though, that Meowscarada is actually quite good competitively, because I remember when talking with a lot of the big competitive heads, like, every single one of us, like, we all came to the conclusion that Meowscarada likely wasn't going to be doing all that much because of the nerf to Protean. And apparently it's the most used of the three starters now. Oh, that comment didn't age well. But we have plans. Because, yeah, most of them just aren't even using Protean. Most of them are just going straight Overgrow, and I find that funny. Like, yeah, for once, a starter actually prefers its regular ability to its hidden ability. And I love that. I was like, yeah, like, it's definitely better. Though, I mean, it does mean that, yeah, functionally Overgrow isn't going to be helping it all that much, because Meowscarada is so frail as is. It's not likely to survive it, because I remember I used Foul Play on one, And this was a Dark-type Masquerada, so it was getting hit by a resisted Foul Play, and Foul Play rebounds your attacks that against you. And it took out half that thing's health. That thing lost half of its HP to a resisted Foul Play. The thing is glass. But I mean, it works. I mean, I guess it works. So, hey, Bookvirus, how you doing? Found the same living decks, hun. Not still pretty good. Interesting. Yeah, I need to get working on the other starters. I still need to go breed up a whole crap ton of Sprigatito and Quaxley for my hunt. And I need to get on that at some point. I need to get on that at some point. I'm thinking with the increased... oh, no, it's not shiny. I'm thinking with the increased gathering of other shinies from outbreaks, I think we're going to need to move into that method sooner rather than later. But yeah. I'm going to chill here while my in-game takes tonight. Oh yeah, I'm going to read some Johto. Yeah. Honestly, the change of the game to having an in-game 33-minute timer for day and 33 minutes for night, I have mixed feeling that. I like the fact that, yes, you don't actually need to wait IRL nighttime to hunt things that are night-exclusive spawns, but it's also annoying that when you're hunting something that is a night-exclusive spawn and it takes over the day, you need to wait half an hour to hunt it again. So, it's... There's positive and there's negative. I like it, but also there's definitely some problems with it. I get why you can't just manipulate the date, so, okay, you can just make it nighttime. I get why you can't do that. But they really should have made some way for you to at least, like, not accelerate it, but, like, okay, if you want a nighttime thing, you can do some nighttime stuff. But if you want daytime, you can do some daytime stuff. I get why they don't have that, though. It's a good change. It's a good change that does come with some drawbacks, but I would say the positives outweigh the drawbacks. Like, the positives of the change outweigh the negatives of the change, which, yeah, I think is the best way of actually changing a game going forward. There is never going to be a perfect solution that satisfies everything, where this is a singular change that everyone universally and unanimously will benefit from, and that there are no drawbacks to. There's always going to be a trade-off. And I think it is best if they go in the direction that minimizes the negative drawbacks. So there is that. You know, there's always going to be trade-offs. It's why I think there is never going to be like it's why I think there is no such thing as a perfect video game. That there's always going to be things that people like about a game but then other people also dislike it for the same thing. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Breath of the Wild. I can appreciate what Breath of the Wild is and what it does, even if open world games are not necessarily my cup of tea. It's why I don't play Minecraft. It's just not my cup of tea. But I can respect that, yeah, it's a fantastic game that people who enjoy it absolutely love it. Because it is the best for what it is. Run away! Run away! Yeah, I've never played Minecraft. Like, games I have never played. Minecraft. Mario. I've never played a Mario game. Yeah, we've been over the Mario one before, though. I think I mentioned that one a couple of times. But yeah, there is a number of games I have never played. Scarlet Violet is a game with no bugs. Clipping through stairs is actually a very common thing in video games. Sylveon. That is actually a very common thing when it comes to video games. The only game I have ever seen that does not have shoes clipping through the ground is Wind Waker, because they individually animated every single stair walking animation. But in almost every game, you will see clipping into stairs, because it's easier to just make an incline. They just make an inclined plane that you walk up in-game, but the stairs are just decorative, because it's easier to program in an inclined plane that you just walk up. Because if you had, you know, individual steps and everything have its own individual hitbox, it would be very easy to have, okay, you step up, well, you just teleport up, yip, yip, yip. Or you could just, like, walk up a certain way and you're just floating. It's... I thought that was a shiny Nimble, but it's just a Palmy. It's one of those basically, like, it's something that most games have. It actually isn't a bug. It's a deliberate thing that is done because to animate and hitbox individual steps is a huge pain in the butt. For something that is just never going to be noticed. Anyone trading music more? I can help you with that, Pokevirus. Exclamation point Discord. That will bring you, that'll bring up the link to the Discord. After a stream, I should be able to help you with a couple of trades. I should be able to help you with a couple of them. Yeah, I do like to help people try and get their dexes filled. I just don't really do that, like, en masse while live. If it's, like, one or two things, I can generally do that. But for, like, an extensive, you know, 20 or something like that, then I generally prefer to take that off stream. Never mind. But yeah, a lot of games actually don't really have much of a hitbox for stairs, which makes sense. You know, I mean, even like Xenoblade Chronicles, as well made as that game is, like, Breath of the Wild does the same thing. You know, Breath of the Wild does not have, like, individual, like, not hitboxes, but, like, bounds or, like, boundaries for stairs. Just because it's just kind of a hassle to make that. So they either just make it an inclined plane or they just make it flat. And I always kind of find the hilarious that, yeah, it's just easy. They just do it because it's easier. Like things like that, yeah, there's all kinds of developing shortcuts. Because, like, it's like how a lot of the times when you see, like, a circle or a sphere in something, they model it as a cube. A good way of actually seeing this is Jumpluff back in Coliseum and XD. Because if you look at, like, Jumpluff's shadow, you will actually see that its hands and its head and its body, they're all cubes. But it's easier to model it as a cube and then render it as a sphere. So they just do it that way. I love it. Like, yeah, this is all these easy workarounds that developers put in. I remembered to put an Everstone on your Quag. Oh yeah, right, Everstone does do that. It makes them breathe down the thing. Yeah. I'm not so sure I'm fond of the having to use an Everstone on that. Because I like to make, like, Trick Room teams. And needing to make a Trick Room variant of something that also needs to be regional varianted is a bit of a pain in the butt to make. Because you need to get, you need two separate things, get the 0 speed and that. And you're getting, like, a 0 speed Ditto is just, like, kind of annoying. You know, like, 2-box, the Paldean Whooper, yeah. I mean, again, I get why they have it. But when you also have a lot of other, breeding affecting items, and you can only put one item on at a time, it makes breeding things like that a bit more of a nuisance than they could be. We want. I'm glad they have the thing of, yeah, if it's from like another place, it will have the other thing. So like that is good. But yeah, there's. I mean, again, there's no real way to change that to satisfy everything. But that's again one of the reasons why I count the paradox stuff, because they're not actually variants. Yeah. We got 4 minutes. I'm not surprised we didn't get shiny Nimble off the sandwich, because like, yeah, Nimble does not have as many spawns, and it's not an outbreak, so we're getting reduced spawns. But yeah, I definitely think Area 0 spoiled me. Area 0, when you're using sandwiches, you get so many spawns so close together. I think they deliberately have Area 0 have more spawns than like the other areas. So like, because it's just more packed together, which would make sense, considering that the overall size of Area 0 is relatively small compared to the other areas of the game. But it does spoil you if you do that first. But yeah, so we did get our shinies so far. I think we're probably going to go... I think that actually after the sandwich ends, we're going to be ending off. This was good. This was great progress today. We got 2 shinies. We got the Holy Hand Grenade, and we got the Bombardier, which is good because I wanted both of those. I will be looking into what to do competitively with Bombardier, though, because that looks fun. It was really cheap. The turbo controller is the same stick drift. Hello there, Subdart. How are you doing? Oh, it's alright. I understand. It's fine. But how are you doing? Again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. But, welcome in, Subdart. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. Choodle. Ah, freaking Flittle! I thought that you were a shiny Nimble for a second. You already have your shiny Flittle. I'm doing well. We got 2 of our shinies today. We got our shiny Fortress, and we got a shiny Bombardier. We're just running out the rest of our sandwich for this one. And, I think we're going to be calling it a day at that, because I do have a draft league to prepare for tonight. And I do have just some other miscellaneous things that I need to do later tonight. But we've done very well tonight. Tomorrow, we are going to be resuming some more hunts. I think tomorrow we're going to get back to Cinderace, because we still do need to hunt 2 more shiny Cinderace. I think we're going to go for Cinderace tomorrow in conjunction with just random overworld hunts. But I mean, we'll figure that out when, I'll figure that out probably at midnight. Then, I honestly figure out my streams pretty much about 2 hours before we go live. I need to get better. But I mean, I can't see what, like, future outbreaks are going to be, which will possibly affect things. So there's that. But I do need to get working more on Scarlet, so that way I can actually start hunting the paradoxes, because I do want to get my, shiny competitive paradox team ready soon. I was wondering, what are some strategies to get shiny Pokemon? Sandwiches really is the best strategy, because they boost your encounter of the Pokemon, so basically it just makes Pokemon of certain typings appear more frequently. And then do the Sparkle Power, so that would help you get that species, that typing, more shinies of that typing. But my strategy is to, when I hunt something, I will go to the area of the map where that Pokemon is either the only Pokemon of that typing to be spawned in, or if it only appears in one area. So, say, like we were hunting Shiny Fortress earlier. I went to the place, I forget what it's actually called, but went to this area. I don't remember what it's called, but like this Lake Casaroya place. and I used a bug sandwich to get, you know, the fortress, because, like, there were a lot of bug types there. But if I exclusively wanted to look for the fortress shiny, I would have done a steel sandwich, because fortress is the only steel type that appears there. You know, say if I was around here and I was looking for a Pawmi, I would make an electric sandwich, because only Pawmi is the only electric type that appears around here. So pretty much the strategy for it is go with the sparkle power and counter power that is of the less populated typing. As it's kind of complicated to explain, but if there are few bug types and you're hunting a bug fighting type, you make a bug type sandwich, because that way gives you the best odds against that shiny. If there are more bug types than fighting types in the area and it's a bug fighting type, you make a fighting sandwich. That way you get your best odds of encountering that. Though, if you are looking for like a specific Pokemon, like you want like a specific stat on it, I would say Masuda method. In general, I would say your most reliable method is Masuda, which is you get a foreign Ditto, you get your Pokemon, and then you breed them together, then you have the most odds of getting the highest odds of shinies from that. However, Masuda method is kind of boring. So, if you don't mind just running around in circles for hours and waiting for your eggs to collect, I would say Masuda method is the strategy to go for if the Pokemon can be Masuda method hunted. There are a number of Pokemon that you cannot get by Masuda method. But that is all for tonight. We're gonna go find something to go raid. Oh, okay, so Burb just sent me the Holy Hand Grenade quote from Monty Python. Okay, that's what that is. I was like, wait, what is that? Oh, it's Monty Python. Let's go find something to go raid. We can raid. Who's that? Should we raid Al? Let's go raid our good buddy, Mr. Al. Let's go raid our good buddy. Hey, Alan. How you doing? How you doing, Alan? So we're gonna go raid Ace Trainer Al. If you need help with Mewtwo later tonight, I might be able to help you with that. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. Hope Mewtwo treats you nicer later, dude. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys. Thank y'all for coming out today. See you guys next time. Tomorrow we're gonna go live for some more stuff, and see you then. Let's rock and roll. Let me see.